we should be live. Should be.
Check.
Blaine's live.
Everybody's good on y'all then?
Yep.
Good deal.
We go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night, Liberty Base Live's presentation of Days of Our Audio. Let's take this time out real quick and share this stream out on all of your social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. I don't know any other ones, but share it. We have episode 69 tonight. And boy, do we have a salty episode. The LibertyBassShop.com live Days of Our Audio is brought to you by Down for Sound, Stetson, Resilient Sounds, American Bass, Sundown, Excess Power, B2 Alternators, JS Alternators. And I said B2 Alternators, and that is not a thing, but B2 Audio. It is sweet, like Danish. Come on, everybody. Upset everybody in your friends and followers chat and hit that @ highlights, and @ everybody. In 3 minutes, Days of Our Audio, presented by LibertyBassShop.com, live is coming at you. Super special guest tonight. We'll be introducing him. But right now, please share this stream out. We get 50 views. We spin the wheel. We get t-shirts flying out the door. And we want to do it more and more. Get all your quality audio equipment at LibertyBassShop.com. Down for Sound, Stetson, Resilient Sounds, JS Alternators, B2 Audio, American Bass, Sundown Audio, Excess Power, and your Ruthless amps as well. Let's go. Let's get fired up in less than 2 minutes. Everybody, we ask, please share this out. Let's go. Tonight, we have an extra special guest. But like always, we have our characters. Like always, we have that TikTok sensation, that sweeping the nation, and there's no imitation. Tyler, the basshead mechanic, TCP Moore. And we can't forget about, the leader, the head honcho, one of them, Robert TCP Williams, of traumatic sounds. We have that guy who wears fake hair, who just don't care, whose thoughts are way out there. Mini Trucker 88, noise complaint, Blaine TCP Hastings. And tonight, running the show, Mr. X Boomin' himself, Caden Petrie.
What's going on, boys?
What's up, boys?
What is up?
Oh, dude.
What up? What up?
In here, look at this
What's
guy.
going
up
on?
over
What
here.
is up, Debbie? What's up, Josh?
Look at this guy all cleaned up at work, y'all. We got a special episode.
I feel like I'm about to have to go lay in my bed.
The last picture I saw was a mugshot of you getting arrested playing music too loud in the neighborhood.
Dude, when you posted that, dude, I laughed so hard at that thing, dude.
That was classic. That was a classic meme.
And what's cool is like my neighbors, all my neighbors, I think they finally just realized that I don't do it every day, but when I do it, I'm gonna go crazy with it in the yard. And dude, they come by. I've had neighbors come by and be like, "Hey, play this real quick," and look into it, which is cool, man. That means a lot to me. You know, instead of them driving by and giving me the bird, they stop and be like, "Hey, what'd you do different this time?" And you know, so it's pretty cool, man.
They know what's up.
I got my neighbor's daughter in it the first time ever, and they've been my neighbor for 5-6 years, and she finally got in it yesterday or 2 days ago, and I kind of pushed her wig back. I didn't want to put it on her too bad, but I gave her a long, mediocre dose of it, so it's pretty cool.
Dude, I like your post about what everyone can expect that made it still. Like, you ain't get to pick your song. You might get 13 hertz. You might get 50 to the dome. Just get in there.
Just hop in, man. Go for the ride. I'm gonna be in there with them too, so I'm a demo from the hot seat for a little bit till I can't take it, because I don't want to be in there rocking myself with 70s for a whole show. I can't say that, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna try and play most of it out the truck. But I plan on getting in it and getting in the hot seat and enjoying the experience. Because you got to realize everybody's gonna be getting a demo. Really, this is gonna be like my first time really getting a demo too, besides just burping it and playing with it in the yard for a couple hours. You know what I mean? So I'm excited, man. I really am.
That's always nerve-wracking too, knowing that
Definitely.
your first time of really getting to test it is at a big show.
Everyone's watching you and shit. That's when you bring the notepad and start writing down notes and get the iron hot and start getting those wrinkles out of it too. You know, especially the first big show of the season. You know.
Well, one thing's nice this year versus last year, it made it still. I remember seeing you last year with half your door hanging off on the passenger side, just flapping.
Yeah, that was a ruckus.
Was it Ruckus?
Yeah, ruckus.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that was like hanging out.
Yeah, that's the first time I fired it up. It ate the passenger door and ate the windshield out of it. And I had some RCA issues. I will say this, you know, with that much pressure in the cabin and that windshield being loose and eventually going, I had, like, everybody kept pointing out when, like, everybody would post videos like, "Oh my God, those two front subs are going crazy." Well, they weren't hooked up, you know what I mean? And I didn't have anything to cap them off until Duncan found his cap. But I will say this, and I highly suggest it. And at first I thought it was just by me it'll work, so to say. That ZVL is the truth. That's all I'm gonna say. If you have multiple amps, it went from taking an hour to tune 16 amps to literally tuning 16 amps in under 5 minutes. That ZVL, I really like the ZVL. That's probably my favorite part of the build now. Is the literally it takes 5 minutes to do it, so it's so easy. It's so simple to do now. So
I've used it for 12 amps and I've used it for 4 amps, and I'll be honest with you, it's made me lazy to where now even with just 4 amps hooked up in my wife's build, I'm still relying on the ZVL. Who cares about tuning 4 amps when I can just go over there?
If I had just 2 amps in it, I would use the ZVL.
Yeah. Dude,
Whatever.
we sell ZVLs right now. We're like pushing We're over here like salesmen. Are you in the audio right now? Is that where you're sitting?
ZVL's sales have just boosted like 20%.
Yeah.
So they are
No,
the
no,
truth.
hey,
Kate, you use one too, right?
I'm about to say 493s on a ZVL, and it is 5 minutes. That's all it takes.
Really, man. That's the way to go. Y'all,
All right, so
y'all ready for
Matthew,
Mega Steel?
I got a question for you, right? And
What you got, man?
I've went through it. Now you're gonna go through it. How is it now going from demoing inside, having both doors open, all the fun of being in there, to now having an extreme cabin? How is it for you?
Man, I really only got to taste a little bit of it when I was at Ruckus last year. But I did sit in I gave out a few hundred demos at Ruckus, and I probably say out of 250, 300 demos, I probably sat in the hot seat for about 150 of them.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, the truck wasn't dialed in. It wasn't getting no power. It wasn't extreme. So it wasn't like I was just beating myself to death in there. It was still enjoyable, and I could get out of the passenger side when I wanted to. It's just a whole new creature now, man. I'm excited. It's something different. I wanted to do something different. I always told myself I wouldn't go extreme, but after so many windshields and replacing doors, and it got tiring. It did. It really did. And I knew I wanted to get louder and get it grow to make the system louder and more windy. And I just
you told me something at Ruckus that really stuck with me, and I've actually kind of followed your lead on it big time. And that was when you talked about towing your build, and you brought up towing your build on the trailer and being able to bring your family comfortably in the tow pig with you to shows.
Yeah, man.
How much more that adds to, dude. My relationship with my wife and family has grown because now we ride in the tow pig together and comfortably.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure. Man, like my kids always wanted to go to the shows with me, and they would go to like the Mississippi. They would go to North Carolina with me. Like I said, Florida's a trip for the boys or whatever. But I've always had a good relationship with my wife and kids. But now that my kids are like seeing and getting the excitement, and y'all showing my kids love and my wife love, and the merch now we got the Salt Shaker merch line out. Now they're involved in it just as much as I am. You know what I mean? And it was dude, like at Ruckus last year, watching Ansley ask everybody like, "Hey, do you want a water bottle?" And they're like, "How much?" They're like, "No, just take we're giving out waters there." Just her to do that, man, it just made her so happy to be a part of it. Even if it was handing out a water or counting change for Tiffany when someone gave her a 20 or something. You know what I mean? It was just cool, man. It's a great experience, dude. But definitely, I definitely enjoy the wife and kids more hands on with me, and it sucks driving alone to these long distance trips. You know? So,
But it is a lot more comfortable driving in that tow pig versus having to drive that far.
It is, dude. Because like I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. Dude, I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars replacing my AC system in that truck. I'd play it for 30 minutes, break it, not have AC for the rest of the show, replace all the parts, thinking, "Oh, I put this pool noodle here, or I poured foam here. It's not going to break." 30 minutes again, shit's broke. So it sucked driving to Mississippi. When we drove back from Mississippi, the AC unit broke. Tiffany made me buy a window unit from Home Depot somewheres in Georgia. And dude, I had this bitch puddling. Dude, I probably had a couple gallons of water in the passenger floorboard. Dude, I'm not even gonna lie, dude. It was no fucking lie, dude. But she was happy. She was cool. She was good. So it's all right. That's one of my greatest memories with Tiffany on Car Audio history was us riding down the interstate, windows up with a window unit blasting AC in the cab.
That's funny.
That's good.
Somebody asked, Matt, are you going to the Ohio show?
10-4. We'll be out there.
He will be there. Love to hear that.
Hey, Pat, he's already got us set up with a spot. Me and Duncan are going. I'm trying to get some other guys from the team to go. So you'll see at least two of us, if not more, for sure.
Nice.
Another question. Are you going to make it to the Liberty Base Showdown?
Y'all got to send me the information on that thing. That's what 3 weeks after Ohio, right?
No, that one's in August.
No, August.
So Liberty Base Showdown is either the weekend before or
It's
after
August
Sundown Show.
7th and 8th.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was the 13th and the 14th or something.
No, that was last year. We moved the date, so it's not.
It was
Fluttering
conflicting with the XS
Yeah.
Power Show last year.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what. Okay,
Yeah.
send me the
Better
dates.
venue.
Send me the dates. I'll shoot it out there. We'll get out there.
Love to hear that. August 9th and 10th. Sorry.
I'm planning on
Yeah.
debuting my build at
Yeah, that sounds
Showdown this year. I'm
Yeah, it
excited
didn't
about
sound
it.
right the
My
first
first
time.
time going to.
Yeah, like there we
August
go.
9th and 10th
Everybody's telling me.
is Liberty Base Showdown.
Liberty Base Showdown, Ohio.
It turned out it was a big show last year for y'all.
Yeah,
Yep,
it was.
we had I think we peaked around 300
Yeah, that's awesome. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
open to grow out this
It
year.
was a great venue too.
Now, just saying, if you come, you get to see the world's largest apple basket. I'm just saying.
I don't know what it is about these Ohio people and all
It's
these
a
apple
bird.
baskets, man. They like hound you to take pictures of an apple basket, and then they have like this big office building that's like shaped as an apple basket. And if you don't take a picture, it's like it's
get
rude,
offended.
you know what I
They get
mean?
offended if you don't do it. 'Cause when me and
They
Blaine
do.
were
They
living
get
in
super
Ohio,
offended.
they were like, "We're going out of our way to go to this basket so you guys can get a photo with it." I was like, "Dude, what's
Yeah,
up with this basket?" But
part of our history.
speaking about different shows and stuff, Matt, what's your favorite show to go to every year?
Honestly, man, it's a toss up, man. I got 3 shows I really like going to. Made of Steel, Biloxi. I love Ruckus because of the location. It's an hour and a half away from me. The weather's great. But Biloxi, Made of Steel, Scraping, and Sundown show, and without a doubt.
Nice.
Scraping the
Have
Coast is, man, that's the hottest show I've ever been to.
Bro, look here. It's a hell of a show. It's hot, but
It's that asphalt. It's like the asphalt on the ground like cooks your legs when you're walking around.
that's why I always wear jeans. I can't, but I will say this. The reason why I love Scraping because it's such a wide variety of everything. You got show trucks, you got the redneck lifted trucks, you got the low riders, you got the imports. It's just cool when these people are walking by and they've never seen such audio
Right.
that they're just stopping it in awe. Like I remember last year walking by and I was floating towels and getting my head knocked off and scalping these girls. They had like 2 or 3 girls in the passenger seat just scalping them. And this couple just walked by and just their mouth was just dropped. And they bust out the camera, started recording, and that's what I like about it. That's my favorite. Well, obviously hanging out with Duncan too. Duncan's like my brother. Going down to see him and his family, and Brett and all them, and Drew. But just the reactions of people not seeing extreme car audio or any intensified audio like we do, it's just cool, man. Because they ask 1,000 questions, and it's just it's cool watching them. The light, just the switch cut on, and just be intrigued by it, So I'd probably have to say Scraping, really.
So I got a quick question. Do you think the salt shaker is at the pinnacle of what the salt shaker can do right now?
Oh no,
No.
we haven't. We've already hit our goals, and we haven't even put a load wall or played with it yet with the port yet. We haven't done no port work yet, and we've already hit our goal. After we do some loading, some loading walls and playing with the port, we'll probably get another 2 or 3 decibels out of it realistically.
Jeez. I actually feel like maybe there could be a concern for somebody's health, possibly. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm not. Yes, I don't want to be that guy. Be like, oh, this thing's so loud, you go have to sign a waiver. Like me and Tim talking about it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I
getting to that point with some of these builds nowadays, man.
Like, I'm not like Chris Lee trying to hurt everybody. I want you to come back and get another demo. I want you to enjoy it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to fold everybody up like a fucking lawn chair and be like, oh yeah, you're a fucking pussy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. You know, like that's not who I am. You know, I just wanted to be a wicked demo and sit in there with you. You know, so I don't know. I put Tiffany in it, and Tiffany got out. She said, if I had to imagine what jumping out of a plane without a parachute was, this is it. So I'm just like,
That's pretty cool. That's a cool
that's a good analogy right there.
What a comment.
So, yeah, that for my wife to say that, 'cause I thought she's gonna be all pissed off because of her hair. It literally took her like 5 hours to get all the knots out of her hair too. So it was bad.
Ooh.
Half a bottle of conditioner and 5-6 hours to brush, and she finally got it out. But she was a trooper for that.
Oh man.
But yeah, man, we're excited. Definitely excited. A lot more big things to come with it. This is just we just broke ice with this thing. So
What's everybody's favorite show to go to?
So
Slam.
speaking of ice, I see like the Burb is also getting a little makeup. Another one of the audio freaks. Okay, you want to give us you want to drop some dimes real quick? Just it's only us here on screen. Nobody's really watching or paying attention.
I'll say this: Memphis he ain't right in the head, bro. He ain't right in the head. He's about to do something no one's seen done before. I'll say that.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I like that.
You got like Britt. So I'm gonna give you a little background history on Britt.
There we go.
Britt was an old school audio bass head back in the day. He got out of it. He's an entrepreneur, got a couple businesses here in town. And I'd always go to his restaurant and talk bass and audio with him. He'd always tell me these cool stories of back in the day he did this, back in the day he did this. And he's like, I got this formula and how I do this stuff. And I was like, damn, Britt, like you really know what's up. And I always use Drew Jones. I love him to death. That's my brother. He's great. He's a great designer. But I gave the ball. I punted the ball to Britt on this build, and man, he threw everything in that fucking build but the kitchen sink, bro. Honestly, he did the damn thing with that thing, really. And what's scary, dude, is we ain't played with it none. We ain't done no tweaking and no tuning on it yet. We just set some amps and we're ripping high 60s out of 20 with nothing done to the port, bro. So,
you heard that, people. He said high 60s at 20.
He's coming
20.
With no playing of the load and wall port, nothing.
no.
He's at rated power right now per sub. He really hasn't hurt the sub.
That's the scariest part. Rated power.
No.
Who does that?
Like Britt said, we just stuck the tip in it right now, but we about to give it all to here soon, shortly.
It's gonna get all 2 1/4 soon.
Yeah, when we double up the power, that's when shit's gonna get real. So
that's nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, we're excited.
68s at 20 is absolutely insane. I guess.
With Britt having Diablo 2 coming soon, is he gonna keep Diablo version 1 going as well and just have 2 builds?
I think he's gonna hold on to it for a little bit, but I know he is going to eventually cut ties with it once Diablo 13 gets done. Because, dude, Diablo 13 18s, 13 8Ks,
that's
possibly 13 10Ks. Dude, that there is.
I mean, we've seen what he did with 8 18s. I can imagine
It's
having
been one of my favorite demos to get at a show, honestly. Every time I get in there, something's changed. And I love that. I don't like going to shows, and I understand money, but I don't like going to shows and getting the demo of the same build every time. I want to see some kind of change or improvement, whether it's subtle or big change. It's nice to see.
Britt is he's the numbers, he's the nerdy guy. He will spend 30 hours to gain a 10th.
Mm-hmm.
That's just Britt.
That's cool.
And what's cool about Britt, he did my design. Dude, y'all saw he had a baffle with 24 12s in it.
Oh, that's crazy.
He saw something that he did on mine and was like, I need to do this on mine now. all that work, all that labor, all that steel work. He cut that baffle out before he even put paint on it. Like, people don't realize that's the person Britt is. If he's going to do it, he's going to do it with perfection, and he's going to do it to the baddest capability he's going to be able to do it.
Yeah, we need
Britt's,
more.
Britt's a fucking madman. He really is. That's the only way to describe Britt.
He stayed with us at a Airbnb at Scraping 2 years ago. My first time really getting to meet him and getting to know him. And what I noticed from him there, and this may be different once you get to know him, was he was more of a subtle, quiet, standoffish guy when we were there.
Right.
Me, him, James Bells, Josh Skipper, Skipper's wife, like a whole crew of us. He was more observant and just off to the side kind of guy. And once I picked to know him and learn like what kind of business he's involved in, I was like, I never would expect that. Like,
you wouldn't, would you? You wouldn't, man. You really would. People, Britt puts his back to the wall and just observes everything around him. But once he feels, comfortable and gets to talking to you, Britt's a laid back cat, man. He really is, dude. He's always been like that.
Yeah.
You will never hear anybody say anything bad about Britt. He's just good, genuine people, man.
Right. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about him in any kind of negative light. He's just a low key, seems like drama free, just about that action type guy.
Yeah, dude. He's about bass, bro. That's all he's about right now. And I was telling Christian in Memphis and all them when Memphis was in town 2 weekends ago. I'm like, dude, Britt rewoke a monster, and it's scary. It's scary.
Yeah, because it just seems like all you boys are just sending your vehicles to the doctor, and they're just coming out with great Frankensteins.
The mad scientist, Britt.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like going to Beverly Hills Surgeon, bro. You just get lips, tits, and ass all done at the same time, dude.
It's insane, man. It's insane.
Golly.
I'm definitely super excited to meet up and get in that thing, man. Because I can only imagine.
So Blaine, are you gonna hop a flight to Atlanta? I'm gonna pick you up from the airport Thursday night. Stay the night at my house. Friday, you ride with me to Maida Steel. I'll get you back to the airport Sunday night.
Holy deja vu. Like 3 weeks ago or 2 or 3 weeks ago, this same thing happened to me where I got suckered into going down to Ohio. And the next thing you know, I was in Ohio.
Stop you there.
Am I going to be down in Atlanta? Are you going to make me fly down to Atlanta?
Legends are made of, Blaine.
Come on, Blaine.
Come on.
Hey, look here. I would say this. John Kent puts on one hell of a fucking show, boys. God almighty. That dude. Florida, that's... Dude, it really is, man. I that's probably my favorite show, really.
John Kent is the owner of Rogue Audio, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So this is his show?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, the audio part's going to be Kent's part. Correct.
He does Maida Steel, and I think he also has a big part in doing Florida State Finals too.
Yeah. He's waist deep in Florida State Finals, man. Have y'all ever been to Florida Finals?
No.
See, yeah.
That I haven't been yet. I was going to go last year, but I tore up too much shit. And after watching the videos and see Daniel Reyes and all them boys post about it, and and Sam Dunn, like, dude, that's a badass show.
Yo, now there's a name right there who is absolutely amazing with numbers. That dude is something else, Mr. Sam Dunn. Unbelievable what that dude can do.
Dude, it's crazy, ain't it?
There's no words for it, to be honest with you. The
what up,
control
Josh?
and the knowledge that he has for his system, that just goes to show how many hours that he's been inside of that Explorer. You know what I mean? To control the things that he can control and know every little aspect. Homeboy's smart enough to put his seatbelts on the outside and stuff. You know?
Oh no, we lost him.
That's just of course. You know, I just broke the internet with Sam.
You did indeed just break the internet.
Oh no!
Can you turn the internet back on, Blaine? Thank you. All right.
I'm back on.
Come back.
Hey, Ashley's furniture got to get that damn internet going.
I thought y'all gave me the boot already. I'm like, he's out. You know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, man.
Screw those guys, anyways.
Man, I don't understand how people number chase. I'm a demo guy, but I do like to put up some
Same
numbers.
here, bro.
Yeah, but you're a loud demo guy, so you do number
I'm
changes.
not no loud demo guy. I'm a little fish.
You're in the 70s, low 70s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but there's
but I'm
just
still a little
something
fish.
prestigious of having like your name is as a world, literally a world. You know, beating people from Spain, France, everywhere else. You know,
Yeah.
there's a whole different thing than being, hey man, you did great. You know, at demoing. You know, it's just a whole different ball game. I think. You know,
It is, man. It's cool. It's cool.
It is. To be honest with you, you get a little bit more like fired up when somebody's doing burps and they're burping against each other than watching somebody's like hair blow. To me, I think the adrenaline's different. The rush is different.
Yeah, I'm more scared I'm gonna absolutely burn a sub to the ground.
Blaine, what did you say after we went to IFO though? It was the social aspect of just getting to hang out with everybody and just have a damn good time. It was such a just being around everybody, the social atmosphere of being around people that are into the same type of hobby as you, because people don't get this. We're only extreme into the hobby. Like we're deep off into the hobby. Try to explain this to some random person off the street. Look at you crazy.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
Like when customers come in the store and they buy furniture and I walk them outside and tell them thank you, or if I'm carrying their pillows or whatever out there, they're like they're like, that looks like your style truck right there. And I start laughing. I'm like, yeah, that's mine. They're like, what the hell does somebody in the furniture business have this big dually for? I'm like, well, it sounds childish, but I do extreme car audio. And they're like, oh. And then I show them videos and pictures. They're like, holy shit. And like,
that's my same way of explaining it. I'm like, you're not going to understand it. It's going to sound real childish. It's ignorant, but I spent a bunch of money on sound.
Yeah.
Well,
and
your wife just said you're going to spend some money on couches, so you better try to
Hey, Matt,
get them, girl, get them. Get them.
He took us back and gave a whole spiel about how you got to make sure you get a quality bed, how much time you spend in your bed.
People don't realize that, dude. What blows my mind is people rather come in here and spend $3,000 on a bedroom set for the room to look pretty, but sleep on a $200 mattress and wake up miserable every day. Like, but once you go down the rabbit hole and you put a little bit of integrity and health benefit into it, I don't sell comfort. I sell health. That's the whole reason why I do so well in the industry, is because I got people coming in here on CPAP machines that are getting the proper bed with adjustable base, and they're not using CPAP machines, or they're not having to take their blood pressure medicine as much, or they can breathe better. Allergy. There's a lot to it besides walking into Big Lots and buying a $200 mattress. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I never knock anybody's financial situation. I just try to get them the best night's sleep and best health benefit bang for the buck. You know what I mean? Because not everybody can come in here and afford that. And if an elderly lady that's 80 years old on a fixed income comes in here, fuck no, I'm not going to try and sell her a $5,000 or $7,000 mattress. I'm going to sell her the one she can afford that will definitely change her life, but not be the bee's knees, bells and whistles. You know what I mean? So it's just you got to look out for everybody, man, especially the elder. You know, so
I think we ended up going with a beauty rest bed or something like that. I think it's supposed to be beauty something like that. Yeah, it's like a black and gray mattress. It's nice.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I love beauty rest. I love Tempur-Pedic, obviously. Dude, we got some new mattresses just dropped. Stearns and Foster just dropped a pretty gnarly one. Most you're probably more likely your parents know what a Stearns and Foster is because they grew up on those and they just got revamped and they're rocking house with it, dude. They really are. They've become a big swinger and competitor in the mattress industry for sure.
We got a serious comment right here from Josh Daly. He says, Matt, how do I wake up and not feel like shit?
6 floors. Hashtag 6 floors.
6 floors, baby. Dude, if he's waking up and every day feels like a Monday where you're like mentally rejuvenated, but you're physically not, that means you're not entering REM sleep long enough. So REM sleep is when you mentally and physically shut down 6 to 7, 8, 9, 12 minutes at a time, multiple times in your sleep. Because REM sleep, you really only need like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour of REM sleep to fully rejuvenate mentally and physically. So
You learn something every day here. Holy.
Dude, you know what? Matt makes me think of that dude from Happy Gilmore. He said, "Now you won't go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep."
God,
here. Matt, what got you into car audio?
Ooh, good question.
Ooh, man. So I was 11 or 12 years old. My mom and dad, they've been together for 50, almost 60 years. And my neighbors at the time, I was riding a bicycle, and he had a black S10, dude, and the paint looked like it looked like glass. And he had 2 Pioneer 10s in a truck box behind the seat. And I remember getting in that thing, and like that, dude, I was hooked. And it's just been on in the races for, I'm 38 now, so you figure 27 years of just audio. When I was 12, I had I asked my dad. He asked, I was a birthday present or something. I can't remember. I wanted a battery. I just wanted a battery and a battery charger. And I had a head unit, a mids and highs amp, a small subwoofer amp. And my neighbor gave me these 2 tens, dude. Just like, hey, we're done with the audio. They were both baseball stars, dude, for James Island. They coached. Now they're firemen, chiefs, and all that. But anyways, they took the subwoofers out and they gave them to me, and I had these bumping in my house in my bedroom, and it was cool, man. I remember like it was yesterday, dude. It was an Everlast battery. It was a lawnmower battery that I ended up getting with a charger, and I just had it all playing in the house, dude. My mom would get so pissed, bro. I'd be rattling the house, rattling the dishes. Same shit I'm doing now, just way more louder, you know. I'm not pissing off my mom, obviously. I'm just pissing off my wife and all my neighbors. But you get the drift. You see what I'm saying, you know? So
I mean, on the same topic, then, what was your first like big build? I would say
first big build, I had a 1989 Jeep Cherokee Laredo 4x4. I had 6 Sony Explode 12s on 3 Sony Explode 760 watt red amps with the black X's on them. That was my first ever like big build. I was 14 years old. I had a system in my Jeep and it was lifted before I had a permit. So
sounds about right.
Audio kind of normal, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if y'all remember these. I upgraded to the Kenwood Whirlpool woofers, the one that looked like a tornado that had like the 3 humps on the cone.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I had some of those.
Then I went to 8 of those in the Jeep, and some guy I went to school with ended up fucking stealing them, fucking cocksucker. But whatever.
What?
And now you see him and you sell him a shitty bed on purpose.
Yep.
Right.
You won't ever get a good night's sleep again.
Wait,
That's just another thing. You know how times have changed to where you always had to worry about locking up your rig and not bumping because you come out and next thing you know your windows broke and your trunks popped and your pre-made fab and your amp wires are cut. But now like everything is built in. You know what I mean? Well, I guess for us, is there I would imagine there's still people with the unsecured box in the trunk.
Some weird guy just walking down the road.
Around, you know what I mean? But it is 2025 and there's YouTube and, you know, I don't think that really happens nowadays.
Well, see, I've had people ask me this, like, you're not scared of someone stealing the stuff out your truck?
Hell no.
It would take them fucking hours.
Right.
Good luck.
You're not going to go up there with the Phillips head screwdriver and a flathead and start pulling all this shit out. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't even lock my doors because I don't want to replace a window. Just open my doors and try to take what you need. You know, I just don't want to replace my window.
Now, you know, you got metal on one side. They ain't getting through that one side.
Yeah, they ain't getting that one side.
Yeah.
They couldn't if they tried. But I'm what would y'all say? What show do you think is going to have the most traction this year for everybody?
In 2025?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go with the obvious, man. TDH, like always. Not TDH. I'm sorry. Ruckus.
Dang.
Ruckus.
Yeah.
Dude, I always feel like Ruckus, during the Ruckus show, No one has equipment failure. The heat doesn't swamp everybody out, and everybody gets the full dick, beans to the wall, balls to the wall. Like
See,
I know I know I'm live. I got to watch what I say. Sorry, but
Nah, you're
Dude,
No,
fine.
you're good, bro.
it's the end of the season. It's the end of the season. It's not hot. Everybody knows what they were pushing the equipment to during June, July, and August. Now that it's cooled down, now they're like, now we can really turn it up. So that's not, and like Kyle and Jake, dude, you know, I've known them for forever. Before all those names got big, I knew them when everybody was just doing audio. And man, it's just cool to watch those guys grow and get away from Audio Apex and do their own thing, you know. And I try to support everybody. You know, you're friends with everybody,
Right.
so it's just hard to show everybody love and support because you don't want someone to think, oh, you're getting favoritism from here, there. So you just try to show everybody love. Jace get love, Sky High, everybody get. I'm friends with everybody because I'm not I don't like conflict, you know. So I just try to stay in my lane, and if you like me, cool. If you don't, fuck you. I don't need you, kind of deal. You know what I mean? That's just how my mentality is with it. You know, I'm not kissing your ass. I'm not sucking your dick. If you don't like me for me, then fuck you. I don't need you. So it's just.
I said last time on the show, brother. I said that you were a whole vibe when you're at a show, and it's still the truth. You're a good ass vibe to be in a show with. And
man, I just like having fun, man. That's all I'm there for. I'm there to have fun, give demos, and put smiles on faces and knots in hair, dude. That's all I'm there for, man.
I mean, if everybody was like that, I don't think we'd have.
we'd have a damn good time, wouldn't we?
And ripping the
That's what I'm
vape,
saying.
man. And ripping the vape.
Hey, I gotta say, man, I'm biased, but we're really trying to make an effort to make TCP one of the bigger shows on the East Coast. And
Yes, sir.
our show was in September this year. It's going to be the first weekend of September, and we're doing it in Easley, South Carolina, which is probably pretty close to you, Matt, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to make it there, dude, because Easley is literally like hour and a half, 2 hours away, if that.
Boom.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Nice.
We're looking to make a bigger show. I mean, our first show was last year. We had a pretty damn good turnout, but this year we're hoping to maybe double the turnout that we had. And people can expect to see us starting to share more and let everybody know what's up. So look out for it.
Dude. If y'all send me links and flyers, dude, I'll blast it, bro. I'll blast them all over. I don't have no big crazy following or nothing like that, but I'll blast it out there.
No.
It's crazy you say that because I remember we did a podcast and I was talking about how like these big audio teams, we need to be supporting each other when it comes to our shows. Because the more we support each other, we can push out flyers for each other's shows and keep this community growing. Because
For sure.
I'm not on Team Ruckus. Ruckus is one of my top 2-3 teams or shows of the year. Like,
Right.
I want the show to keep getting bigger and better. Like that's an amazing location. The time of the year is awesome. And like you said, Kyle's a good dude. I mean, that's just a good ass show to go to.
Oh,
But
yeah.
really is,
Ruckus
man.
has-
right now, my favorite show is still TDH. Just it's got a special place in my heart. But TCP, I'm hoping to go to Slam next year, and I'm hoping
Dude,
that
so
maybe
that's what I'm about to say. I cannot wait for Slam. So we went to
I hope
Mortal
they-
Wheels and we talked to
Do they
Donnie.
even
Donnie
find a
said-
location yet or no?
So I don't want to leak anything. It's not my business. But I talked to Donnie, and Donnie said next year will be the year, and that was where he left it at, and he walked away. So I would expect huge things from Slam.
Yeah.
and you hyped it up a lot, dude. So I'm hoping it lives up to what you.
Dude, when I tell you, so last year the sign was definitely not in the shape it is now. Definitely not. But I gave out probably every bit of 600 demos that weekend, and Jace probably did just the same. And it was, dude, I couldn't walk away. I couldn't. And I'm talking equipment 350 degrees, and I'm still going, and it's just, dude, Slam needs to be 5 days for you to get everything done.
Is that the World Cup of car audio?
Dude, I think so. Genuinely. Like, dude, you cannot walk around and demo in the same day. You can't. If you want to go walk around and see everything, you can't. You need to go walk around one day and demo.
That's a huge issue.
They just need to make it longer. I'm telling you, I said it should be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I think that's a huge issue too, Blaine, because Matt, how often do you get to really walk around at shows when you got your build there?
Dude, not I feel terrible because I want to walk around, I want to get demos, but then at the same time when you got a line of 25, 30 people,
Can't say no.
dude, I've played my bank down to 11 volts for people, bro. I don't want to let nobody down. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks, but I remember me and Britt last year. We looked at each other as like, "Hey, We don't care about what the fucking temperatures are at. What's your voltage at?" I mean, I'm right at 11. I'm right at 10. I'm like, all right, let's let them charge and go get something to eat and get a water, piss, and get some demos. And that's just what we did,
Yeah.
On the golf cart and got demos and came back in 30, 45 minutes. We were charged back up and
Ready to
went
go.
again. So
Josh Kingsmore said, so when is Audio Freaks going to be putting on a show?
it's in the works.
We've seen your neighborhood. There's plenty of parking.
We've been tossing an idea around about something.
Can you give us a rough idea of what state we're looking at?
In our stomping grounds, bro, South Carolina.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm right here in Georgia, so that's close for me.
See, everybody always gets excited. I'm like
That's what I'm saying. It needs to be
I'm sorry,
farther
fellas.
north.
I'm sorry for you guys, but move
Needs
down
to
to the
be
Carolinas. If me and Jeannie don't go to Ohio to hang out with
Yeah,
Katie,
Ohio.
your base crew, I think we're looking at somewhere in the Carolinas for our forever home location.
Yeah,
dude.
North Carolina, bro. Come on.
Which
For
one's
South
the
Carolina.
veterans? That's what matters the most because each state has different benefits. That's what I care about.
I like South Carolina. I like South Carolina barbecue better than North Carolina barbecue, so I'm sticking with South Carolina. Dog.
That'll probably get the chat all fired up. Caden,
I ain't never had North Carolina barbecue.
We got about 35.
35.
So
We can get 15 more people in here, so everybody share this out. 15 more people. It's a mini Trucker 88 t-shirt giveaway. We'll spin the wheel. There
I'll
you
do
go. Right there. In your color, whatever color you want.
if y'all get it to 50,
on pink.
if y'all get it to 50, I'll throw in 2 shirts, shift, and everything too.
Ooh.
Oh, how can
Hey,
you
Yeah,
not?
50, man.
John, if you share this, we'll definitely get those 15 viewers to give out some free shirts. I'm sure you got a pretty good following. Let's get it shared.
Oh yeah.
That's another person that does some sick builds too. John Hart, that dude.
Oh,
His epoxy work, dude, it's next level.
Crack.
And dude, like everybody, I'll talk about John Hart too, because me and him had our differences and we didn't see eye to eye. Dude, with John Hart now, dude, with him reaching out and we're talking, dude, me and John Hart are cool. We're friends. That's what this is like my prime example of no drama in audio. It started off rough, but behind the scene, we settled everything, got everything right. And dude, John Hart, I don't know if he's still on here. Dude, salute to him. He's killing it. He's rocking and rolling. He took the punches and he came back out on top, dude. I'm proud of him, And I've apologized to him and we made things right and all that. But not losing a friendship over that and still being able to be friends and now see level-headed eye to eye, we just had to be adults about it, dude. And that's what we end up doing. Like I said, y'all see now we're cool. We talk often and it worked out. So
Stewart says that John Hart is the Bob Ross of epoxy work.
Yeah.
Bro, listen. I called up John Hart one night at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I saw his little green dot on it. He was active on Facebook. He answers and he's like, "Hey, I'm pouring epoxy. Let me call you back." I was like, "Well, give me a little teaser. Show me what you're doing." He does some balls of the wall crazy shit with epoxy, dude. Coloring, epoxy work. He's a fucking menace. He's a menace with the fucking epoxy, bro. If you give him epoxy, dude, there's no telling what he's going to make with it. You know what I mean?
I saw a little bit. I want to say it was like Shattered Dreams or something. Where he broke a mirror and epoxied it in on the floor and on the set. That's just crazy. That's awesome.
Dude, think about the attention to detail. This is what a lot of people don't realize with John Hart.
Yes.
His attention to detail is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, look at the build where he had to put the angle iron in. He went back and repainted the angle from where he had a little issue with the box. I gave him a couple tips and tricks, whatever. And he's like, the angle iron looks terrible. Y'all, 3 hours later, you couldn't even see it was fucking camouflaged in because he went and painted each part to blend in to match. You couldn't even see it. But what really blew my mind the other day when he was doing those roundovers and he had a Dremel and he was making the epoxy river with the Dremel with the gold too, where he's squeezing the tube. I would have, I could probably speak for every fucking body else on the screen. I wouldn't have taken the hours of time to do that. I just would have painted them black, slapped them in there, called it a day.
There's some LEDs.
That's how I think about Kingsmore. Dude. Josh Kingsmore is the same way. His attention to detail, he won't let something leave his garage that's not to his standard. And I'm like, Josh, it looks great the way it is. Nope, not leaving my garage like that.
I wish I had a pin drop of his knowledge and attention to detail.
Yeah.
Kingsmore is an animal. He really is. He does great work.
Yeah.
That golf cart.
That Powerhouse Customs down there in South Carolina.
Dude, if you need a golf cart for real,
Prosperity,
Dude.
South Carolina.
if you need some golf cart work, you better hit up Josh Kingsmore because my man will get you a golf cart and he will turn that sucker around like that for you.
And he does it quickly.
Yeah.
Like I remember when he was building that one, I was just, in the TCP chat, dude, we'd stay up till like 2, 3 a.m. just talking. And he's like, yep, almost done. And I'm like, what are you waiting on? Oh, parts, they're still shipping.
Bro, when I saw when he's like, when Josh was like, hey, let me show you the before picture of this golf cart. I'm like, that's a fucking lie. That bitch looked like it come off the bottom of a lake, bro.
Yeah.
And then he done went and stripped it down to the bare aluminum frame. He done polished the frame up and shit, dude. I said, damn, dude.
Hey, I'm telling you right
Crazy.
now, he can build you a golf cart to match your build. Like you
dude, without a doubt.
This theme, he'll have it because we're in talks on him doing me a golf cart. And the thing is with Josh, he will go as far as you want him to go.
Mm-hmm.
If you say yes, he's gonna run and take it and go to the extreme side of it, and it gets out of hand real quick. So you gotta be careful. Be ready to spend some money.
You gotta have a budget for him. You gotta set him a budget so he knows where to stop.
Hard line in the sand budget.
Facts.
He's in the chat right there. Yep.
It's disappointing that his build's not going to be at Major Steel.
His build's not because he's waiting on some special subs from a special company. But I can tell you, he's trying to have it ready for Liberty Bay Showdown in August.
Man, that's just a show to be at. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm trying to have him come to Maida Steel with me. I told him I got room in the tow pig. If he can just make it down here to Georgia, he can ride with me, and we'll get him down there.
I think
I
for
just want
Liberty Bay
people to come
Showdown,
have Maida Steel, man. You don't gotta just come hang out.
Are you going by yourself, Robert? Or is Jeannie going with you?
No, Jeannie's going with me too.
Tyler's going, right?
Tyler's going. We got plenty of room.
I just might commit flying down to Atlanta and seeing
Dude,
you, right?
Blaine,
right
come
now,
on, bro.
Let's go.
what weekend
Let's
is it?
go, bro.
It's the end of this month, right?
No, it's next weekend.
Next weekend, bro. Bring it.
Weekend.
Bring that fucking ass. Come on.
When's Mother's Day?
I cannot.
Mother's Day is this Sunday.
Yeah.
But so it's not this Sunday. It's
Next Sunday.
The following Sunday is Maida Steel?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
dude.
if I can get
I
out
wish.
with a couple few $100 for the Mother's Day thing, I'll be able to fly out. That's my in.
Good.
It's only going
I'm
to
about
cost
to look
me
up plane tickets for you, Blaine. I'm about to get you on a Spirit airline, catch a fight and a flight.
Bro.
Blaine, I'll even split Airbnb with
Get her a nice dinner. Get her a nice dinner, bro. Some flowers, suck some toes, and get your ass on that fucking plane, bro. Come on down to Maida Steel, dog. Let's fucking go, boy.
I think I just might do that.
Oh,
wish.
hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure I graduate.
This right here is the stuff legends are made of, dude. Last
Dude, you
minute
guys said that
decision.
2 weeks ago when you guys were like, you won't come to Ohio. 3
Uh-oh.
days later, I'm in Ohio.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That's it. That's all that takes. I'm there.
Dude, Jake's sleeping with me in the bed, bro. Of course he's coming. That's my snuggle bunny right there. What's he talking about? You better fucking be there.
Let me find out. He was lurking in the comments. That's badass.
Miriam's gonna be shit with me.
Hey, Blaine, what's the closest airport to you?
Manchester.
Dude, this guy's on it.
Manchester.
Robert's already booking a flight.
Dude,
I
Robert's
actually,
looking at
believe
it.
it or not, the Keene Airport is less than a half a mile from me, but it's not like it's just kind of like one of those drops and pick up or whatever. It's nothing.
See,
You ain't really headed anyways.
They don't give you no shit for playing that loud ass ball over there living by an airport.
Nah, they can't
Oh,
hear
bro.
it. I'm not loud at all, man. I'm
Yeah.
just a little guy. I'm just a little guy, man.
Them freaking doors or
Just a
something
little
else.
guy. I do
Did
have
Brock-
612s in my doors though, so that's what I'm happy about.
That's ignorant. That's ignorant.
Is right.
In a 2010 Hyundai Accent.
All
Dude,
right.
I feel
Love it.
that.
4
Small
NSV
cars.
is right behind you. A couple
Dude,
Salt 8Ks.
Let's
It's a
talk about it.
demo.
Small cars.
Blaine,
suck.
I used to call your, I don't know if you remember this, but when you gave me my first demo out of that thing, I called that thing a Viagra on wheels, bro. That motherfucker was rowdy, bro. the little
I
blue,
think I probably have
the little
that.
blue pill, you know.
We're changing your name. It's not Noise Complaint anymore.
What is it? Viagra boy?
Yes.
Bluetooth.
No, I'm just gonna
Viagra
start.
wheels.
I'm just gonna start
Okay.
calling you the little blue pill.
The blue chew.
Yes, dude. Yes. Speaking of new names,
I think I'm gonna hook up with you and probably figure out what I need to do to get down there.
speaking of new names, did y'all see that Christian on the team renamed his Tahoe?
Yes.
No.
Freak
Uh-uh.
out.
Yeah, Freako, dude. So reason why I like Freako, I don't. Master P's got a song from the early '90s called Freako, off from the True album, and once you hear that song and you get a demo of this truck, then you'll see why this freak audience. You'll have to see. You just get a demo of that thing. It's 618s that'll knock your fucking socks off.
Yeah,
What kind of power is it on?
Loud dude.
6K.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just think how much car audio has grown in the last like 5 to 10 years, as far as the amount of tone area, the amount of power, and it's a lot of it's thanks to the electrical upgrades that we have available to us now. But it's nuts.
I was laughing and joking around with Jake a couple weeks ago. Well, I wouldn't say weeks, probably a couple months ago, when he was like, I'm doing another batch of SDDNs. I was like, bro, you got to realize Team Audio Freaks got over 60 SDDNs alone out of his batch of 100. Like, you got to get some more SDDNs rock and roll. So that's with the V2s coming out. He's got some tricks up his sleeve too. So
Dude, we
It's
were
never
talking
ending
about.
with him. He
we were
has
talking about putting
ideas
EVs.
ahead of ideas, man.
dude, he's got the audio industry by storm, bro. By decade, man. By the time his patents run out, he's already created 6 more patents, and the people are fucking him over and stealing his patents and
His
changing
old
them.
ones.
Yeah, the old ones. And
Right.
I know that hurts his feelings because he's put so much time and effort into it. But at the same time, he's just laughing because they gotta pick up his crumbs. You know what I mean?
So
And,
all you scumbags out there, develop and research your own shit.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Get off Jake's ass and fucking let him be.
See, I wanted SDDNs, but fitting them things in.
So I actually listened to Matt, and I went with SDDNs for my build, and I also went with black spiders and epoxy combs. So I'm looking forward to it.
Look here. The epoxy is where it's at, dude. It lowers that FS just, oh, man. And those black spiders.
I pulled my wife's CV6s out earlier this week, and she's had them at like 2 or 3 shows now. And I put it on the DATs just to see where the parameters were at. And Sundown is one of the few companies that when I check their parameters, they're accurate. They're like right there with what the website is. It's pretty rare that happens.
Yeah, you don't see that. You don't see that often.
I want to say the FS was 31 hertz on a ZV6 12. That's a 12 now.
On a 12, dude.
18s, they start getting the low 24, 23s.
22, 23 on an 18, correct, yeah.
What's a 15 without epoxy?
Probably around 27.
20, I think it's 26, 27.
Blaine, I just put your plane tickets in the group chat. We're looking at cheapest one is going to look at $351 round trip.
Prop plane, bro.
It's American Airlines, $351 round trip.
That's where I was alive then in 2001.
American Airlines, bro. Shit, if we got to get him on Spirit, dude, he's coming, dude. It don't make a fuss.
Yeah.
This is it right here.
Your seat might be on the toilet, but you're good, bro. You're coming, dude. You're coming.
I'm actually looking, man.
Oh,
I'm excited, dude. I love getting people to come because, like, I just want to hang out, man. We can just have a good ass time. You don't even
Man, look here. That's our tradition for Florida. That's why we call it a boys trip. Because, dude, we've been doing this trip now for 4 years, and we all get in the Airbnb. We cook. We're so far from a casino this year. We're not going to do no casinoing. But we got this Airbnb. Got a pool. Got a grill. We're just going to relax and hang out, dude. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wish I could go.
We got Mr. Clue. Clue says, Matt Brown, please keep clothes on this time, sir.
Oh.
Uh-oh. He's been trying to subscribe to my OnlyFans for the longest, dude. It's crazy.
Let me find out. Jason got a little freak in him.
All right.
Little freak. Sorry.
I get what you're doing with audio free. Okay. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Caden, for catching up. No, this is awesome, man. So, latest deal. Everybody's going to be able, who attends, going to be able to get. Now, is it still just straight salt shaker? Is it salt shaker V2? What can we properly call the salt shaker now?
Salt and pepper.
It's just going to be salt shaker, and we call it V2. But when yeah, I'm beyond excited with this thing, y'all. We have hit the goal without doing any tweaking.
Yeah,
that's just crazy. I don't know. But I'm excited. I don't know. I'm sure these guys are. I know 2 of these guys are. I don't know.
Dude, I gotta graduate.
Probably has finals or something next week.
I gotta graduate.
You can miss your graduation. You've already went to school. You've already checked all the boxes.
I graduate tomorrow from college, but I still.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, then graduate from college and forget high school graduation.
I gotta do
high
that
school
one
is
too.
nothing.
I know, but I have to go do it.
Dude, they'll mail you that diploma. You don't what?
I actually already have it. They mailed me a month ago.
Dude, what the? Come on.
What are you doing? Now you're just going to hear your name. Holy.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Little conceited, are we?
We got people in chat saying congratulations. Hell yeah.
Appreciate it.
Jesus.
Graduate with honors too. Presidential scholar. Yes.
Damn, Caden. Save some of the rest of it, dude.
3.9 GPA.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, it's like 3.95.
Yeah,
Basically.
but who's counting, right? Like, no one's keeping up with that, right?
Well, I'm saying, like, I just work here, bro.
It is what it is. I don't know, but like
Yes,
always, man, it's always fun to talk to you, brother. I always your vibe, like Rob was saying, it shows is just unmatched. You know what I mean? Your builds always perform and meet expectations and exceed them. You know, so I'm super excited. I'm gonna be down at Made of Steel.
Oh, you heard it here first. No more backtracking.
Yeah, I ain't. Hey, what's 1,400 miles away just to hear a build? You know what I mean?
Just to hear
the build, bro.
Yeah, that's that Sundown love that I'm gonna be showing.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, dude, I appreciate all y'all's love and support, man, because man, this shit didn't happen overnight. You know what I mean? It didn't. Everybody thinks it just happens overnight. But me and Tiffany were talking about it the other night, eating dinner at the house. She looked at me. She said, "You realize we only got one vacation out of that SUV before you turned into a base truck?" I'm like, "Yeah, we went to Disney in that thing one time, and then like, I think she'd probably have to correct me on this. I think I was putting 30s under it the night before we went to Disney, and I had 418 no wall in the back of it." And she's like, I need fucking help packing all this fucking luggage. We're going to Disney, taking the kid, blah, blah, blah. And here I am at midnight bolting up 30-inch wheels to the fucking to the Yukon just to it's just dumb, man. But dude, with all the love and support, man, over the years, that's what pushes me, dude. Like I tell everybody, I'm not shit. I ain't shit. I don't want to be shit. It just, there's always someone bigger and badder out there. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be the baddest, but the love and support that I get, man, it's just it's overwhelming. It's appreciated. It's not something I ever would have imagined in all my years of doing audio. I would be, and I hate to say this humbly, I would be at this level with this kind of love and support. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool, man. It really is.
It is, man. I get it. I get it. I understand.
I'm always humbled by the people that you come across at shows and that you start rubbing elbows with, and you realize, like, holy shit, like I'm here at this level of the hobby, getting to be around these people with this much knowledge. It is
Right.
a humbling feeling, humbling for sure.
Christ, look
Dude, I remember when I met Drew and Duncan and Nick Jones for the first time, and they pulled up to the shop, and they were just cool, man. They were just all cool, laid back people. I'm like, damn, dude. And I seen Duncan's truck, the Sierra. I'm like, fuck, dude. I want to be like this guy one day. I want to be like Drew with this Nitro. Like these were the guys that inspired me to go to this level, and to look back and think that, and then now here I am, best friends with these guys. It's just really cool, man. Just something I never expected to happen, but just staying on the path and trying to grow and trying to be louder and windier and bigger and more cone area, more power, and it's cool, man. Just looking back in the last 6 years, how much was accomplished and achieved, and dude, just traveling all over the country, doing something you're so passionate about. It still blows my mind, man. It really does, dude. It really does.
That's what we do, man. It's what we do. We're fortunate enough to be in the position to do the things that we do.
We are, man. Dude, work is my job is amazing, dude. We're locally owned, and they're family people. They're like, hey, we know you got a wife and kids. We know you got a hobby. We know you make money doing this and going there and having fun with it. Like, we support you, you know? Like, that's hard to come by. Now, don't get me wrong, and I don't say this to sound arrogant. I've put in a lot of fucking work for this company over the last 10 years. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say I think if it wasn't for Ashley and the parent group, bro, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? But being that they're family owned, that's the number one thing that they care about is family. If you've been in a car accident, hey, we're hitting you up to check on you. You lost a family member, your kid's good. Like, it's just it's appreciated, and it's just cool, man, knowing that you got someone you work for, and you're like, my bosses, all of them support me. They're like, man, where you going this year? What you doing this year? What'd you do different? Like, it's cool, man. It really is.
It's awesome.
Definitely.
That is good.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like my boss is more of a good friend than he is my boss. I have a great relationship with the people I work with too.
And you got to, man. Like, this isn't just no fly by night job. You know what I mean? Like, this is my career. I don't see myself going anywhere else. I've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into my last 10 years with the company. I don't think they weren't too fond of me stunting riding motorcycles. They worried about my health. They worried about me getting hurt. And you know, I got hurt real bad, and I was down for like 8-9 months. I thought I didn't think I was going to have a job afterwards. You know what I mean? And there I was back at it. You know, so that's just the kind of people I work for, man. It's just fucking awesome.
Fortunate.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, man.
Well, boys, I think this has been a great
Yeah,
stream.
I gotta make plans to jump on an airplane.
We done did peer pressure Blaine into going to
Blaine.
make steel.
I will seriously pick you up anytime between Thursday afternoon and early Friday morning. You just let me know. I'll take leave if I need to, and we'll get you. It's only about a 2-hour drive for me, not even.
Check and see how much it would cost. Check and see how much it would cost to fly them into Florida too, dude.
That's true. We can pick you up from the airport down there somewhere if it's
right in Tampa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually just might be the gig. Because
It'd
God
probably
knows
be
I don't
cheaper to
need.
go hit up Tampa National and get flight air, dude.
But you just want windshield time with the Blainster, don't you?
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm trying to hang out with the guy with the hair
I
that don't
get you.
care.
I
You know what I
get you. I get you. You know?
He wants to see all that hair blown in the wind, baby.
Yeah.
See, it's kind of like a staple now. It's the fake hair, Diet Coke. Yeah, doesn't get any more weirder than that.
Hey, you fuck around, I'm gonna bring a tube of PLX and glue it to your head for good.
No, I might need to so it doesn't blow off getting about 20 feet from the salt shaker. So,
All right, so let me tell y'all. I know y'all about to hop off. Let me tell you something real quick.
Yeah, y'all good, bro.
When I gave Tiffany that demo, I was 4 foot away from the door. I felt like I got slapped in the face. My vape got fucking sucked out my mouth. My hat got knocked off. My contacts were all folded up, and I was 4 or 5 foot away from the door, dude. Like it is.
That's what it, dude. It looked like it was like stinging wind, like it hurt your face.
Couldn't see anything, so I didn't know what to look for, but I could feel it for sure.
we got before we go, I at least want to give away a Mini Trucker 88 shirt. I don't know if we reached our goal or not,
We were
but
close.
just for people coming in, I want to throw you boys and girls, somebody a chance to win a Mini Trucker 88 shirt of your color. Hey, Tyler, you want to show them?
Hey, there's only one color that's off limits, guys, and that is the neon pink. There's only one of those available, and my wife's got it.
Yeah, that's.
She would lose her mind if somebody else picked that color.
It's a one-off.
It's a one-off.
I'll still throw a salt shaker shirt. Y'all pull a winner, and I'll throw a shirt. Just send me the information. I'll get it in the mail.
There you go.
Oh.
You have two.
Heck
yeah,
Two
do
shirts
that.
and winning a shirt.
And if you guys are at a show and you want another badass shirt, check this one out here, the Diablo shirt. Another,
Yeah, bro.
He's got badass shirts and he's got the badass stickers too.
You know what, Rob? That is cool, but you can't beat this one. The X Boomin', the toaster. If you go to libertybayshop.com and use code X Boomin', you can save. And you know
Every
what?
time
I'm gonna throw him that bone and that shameless plug just so he can attempt to catch up to me. Thank you everybody for using hashtag Blaine.
Every time I say X booming, I always got to say, I said like Metro booming once a month. I always got to say once a month when I say X booming, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man.
See, Sarah knows what's up.
Man, I'm a hop off. I'm driving. It's raining. There's cops up here.
Yeah, you be safe, brother.
Yeah, hey man, thank y'all so much for having me. Thank y'all for all the continuous love and support, dude. Y'all fucking rock, man. I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it, and I respect and love every one of y'all. And thank y'all so much. All right.
Matt,
All right,
we
all
love
right.
you. The audio world
Hey,
loves
you have a
you.
great night.
Thank you for coming on,
See ya.
brother. Hit your brakes.
See that, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh man.
All right, brother. Be safe.
All right, man. Night, y'all. Thanks again.
All right, y'all.
Stay
Bye,
blessed.
bro.
Bam, let's
Cool,
get this
people.
wheel going.
Matt Brown.
Alrighty.
To give away, guys.
Huh?
All right. Let's see who's gonna win this.
There's
Bam.
like 7 names on there. We're gonna spin
I'll
it
call
twice.
it.
The first
Twice?
one is my shirt. The second one is Matt's.
Oh.
Daniel Hermanson, D.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, I know D.
So which one was
D,
that one?
Message
That
me.
was for Blaine.
That was for me.
All right, next.
Oh, wait.
Salt
He
shaker.
wants the salt shaker, sir.
Yeah, he's in the comments. He said, I want a salt shaker.
Give
Okay,
him
you
salt
get the
shaker
salt
then.
shaker shirt. And Sarah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is that his girlfriend?
No way, they both won. That's crazy.
Am I wrong?
I don't know.
got
I don't
a
know.
Blaine shirt. I
D
need a
said, I got a
salt
blame
shaker
her.
one.
I need a salt shaker one.
But is D and Sarah the same? Are you guys? Is it D and Sarah, or is it somebody else and Sarah? I think
Uh-oh.
those two are like.
All right, Daniel. I'm gonna go ahead and send your name
Get
over
the
to
hell
Salt
out of here,
Shaker.
she said.
Are you two dating?
By her comment, I would say no. Get the hell out of here, LOL.
Yes,
she's my
yes,
girl.
they
Yeah,
are.
he said yes.
Hey, I knew something was up.
Dude,
Dude, what are
That's
the
crazy.
Oh man, Blaine
That's
is
pretty badass.
on it, boys. Dude, this guy is on
Why
it.
do you guys play with me like that? Huh? I'm gonna
Dude,
start
Blaine's
using
excited now. Look, he's coming to make a steal. He's all excited and shit.
Dude, I love getting
Dude.
Blaine talked into doing shit. It's awesome.
This
Because
is
I
the
know
second
Blaine's
time
gonna
like a
have here,
month.
he's gonna have a good ass time.
But
Dude,
no, now I just got to
sure.
convince Shelby that to let me go.
You don't get to convince
let you out
her.
of the basement.
Oh, a lot of things go on in my basement, man.
All
There's
right. On that note,
trombone
let's go ahead and end
and
the
Sandy.
We
stream.
probably should end the live. End the live. We got
Alrighty.
That's where Mini Trucker 69
Yes,
content
absolutely.
Yeah,
takes place.
not to be mistaken with this one.
Absolutely. Alrighty, boys. Let's send this off. Drew Jones, Team. Oh, sorry. Tyler, where can we find you?
You can find me at Basshead Mechanic on TikTok and YouTube.
Not to be confused with Bassaholics.
Thank
That is
you,
Drew
Genie.
Jones. Let's go. Rob, where can we find you?
I'm at Traumatic Sounds on YouTube and just Robert Williams on Facebook.
Not the one trying to be louder than his wife. Gotcha. All right. Mini Trucker 88. I mean, Blaine 69. Where can we find you?
Looking up a dictionary and try to figure out how to spell traumatic. But anyways, you can find me right here. Mini Trucker 88. I'm on TikTok now.
Oh,
And of
he added that
course,
in there.
YouTube, and I'm only like I want to say I'm like 36 subs away from 1K. I get 1K,
Sheesh.
things
Boys,
are
we
going to
will
be
get-
going down.
We got to get him there.
Get them there, guys. Come on,
And then-
just go to YouTube and subscribe.
I got
Fine.
fire content coming because I bought a tripod.
Whoa.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alrighty.
My
On that note,
content's
we're
gonna
gonna have
be
to pull
better.
him backstage.
That on
for
both
weekend
channels,
montage.
guys. He's using that on
Whoa.
both channels.
Hey,
The
that's
POV
Mini
shot.
Trucker 69. Where you can go find that. He hopefully will not have an X Booming shirt on the Money Trucker 69. But you find me, X Booming, K Petra, and everything. Make sure you check out libertybassshop.com. All your needs of car audio, best shipping, best everything. Come support us. On that note, we will see you next Wednesday.
We love you.